Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. This is my weekly Teach Me Tuesday demonstration live here on Facebook, and I'm so pleased to be able to share something really cool with you today that you may have not seen, and I'm hoping it will really inspire you. So let me turn off notifications. It's always, as soon as I start on this, I'm like, it's telling me about all these emails that are coming in, and yeah, things I don't want to see. Not right now, at least. Hey, Susan, I am glad you are here today, and I can see Jackie here. So some of y'all I saw like all weekend. You may have had more than enough of me already, but I was doing my BOGO sale this weekend. It is continuing for about another week or so. I'm still uploading photos. Thankfully, Jeanette was here earlier today helping me to get my photos ready so I can upload the things that have not yet been claimed. So let me just tell you really quick about my BOGO before I go any further, just while people are gathering, so that if you're not aware, you'll be made aware. Hey, Judy, thanks for coming. So my BOGO sale is where I share with you some of my retired items, and you can claim them and get them for free when you place an order of the equal value. So let's say you find 4 items that you want from my retired stash and they total $75. Well, you place an order for $75 and I ship you all of those retired items for free. And the only additional cost you incur with that is the actual shipping cost. But that's usually pretty minimal. If you're here in the local area, you can do porch pickup and you have 0 shipping. And then if you are a little farther beyond, priority mailboxes, I'm good at cramming a lot of stuff into those so that people don't incur a lot of shipping costs. So that BOGO is still going on. I'll be uploading more photos right after this. We worked on that this morning, among other things. So many of you know, because I've been sharing, that my kids who live in the north of England will be here tomorrow night. I'm so excited. I have 2 grandbabies. One of them we have not even met yet. So Felicity was born during the pandemic. We couldn't get over there. They couldn't get over here. Yeah. So this is our first time to meet her, and she's 8 months old already. So, and wee Griffin is 2 and I guess about 2.5 maybe. So he wasn't quite 2 when Felicity was born. So last time we saw him, he was just starting to walk. We're super excited about that trip. And they come in Wednesday night, so I will not be here for Facebook Live on Thursday. Thank you for indulging me while I have grandma time with my kiddos and grandkids. Okay, I am going to duck over here and just make sure my comments are coming up on the computer so that I can actually see what's happening, because I'm going to turn the camera down, and I think I got one more thing I meant to get out and forgot to, so we'll see how we get on with time, whether I'm gonna go get something else as well. So let's see, here we go. And I welcome feedback on where the camera's positioned, all those good things, because the reality is that it's different every time. Because the way my camera setup is, I pull the camera down, and that means that, it's a little bit different each time. Let me move my cup of tea. That could be disaster. I'm having a really interesting cup of tea today. My kids had done a little tea gift for me at Christmas, which was really thoughtful. I'm a big tea drinker. And they got me this tea subscription, and based on what you fill out on their survey, then you get all kinds of fun things to try, just little small packages. So I'm having some kind of a green tea today that's really different, but I like it. Okay, so welcome. Valerie is here, yay, and Gail, welcome. And I see Kathy and I see Jackie. Let me see if I can, there's some other folks here that's not showing me everything. So let me pull this up a little better. Here we go. And hey, Jill. and Linda and Susan and Melissa. Okay, welcome, welcome. Well, that's not very nice to see on camera. That's a really well-used, what do you call it? Simply Chamois. Okay, we're going to use Big Boss today. And real quick, before I do that, I'll show you where we were last Thursday. Thursdays, we do Simple and Stepped Up. Tuesdays, we do Teach Me Tuesday. So Simple and Stepped Up, what we did was, this was Simple and this was Stepped Up. So we added an embossed layer, we added an extra color, we colored ribbon. We had a lot of fun with this. So this was Simple and Stepped Up, and this is with the stamps from Flowering Friendship, which is the class I'm doing this month, Cards with a Twist. Let me give a really quick plug. This is, I think there's like 2 days left to register for Cards with a Twist. I'm featuring this stamp set. Cards with a Twist is my monthly class where you make 8 cards. Technically, they're 2 each of 4 designs, but you can see that I do a little twist. So I do a little change on each pair of cards, and that essentially gives you 8 designs, not 4. And it's a lot of fun. So this is my $35 class every month. It comes with all the supplies to make the 8 cards, plus the 8 envelopes. This month, you always get some supplies with it. So this month, I'm giving you 2 6x6 sheets of this amazing In Color Glimmer paper. And you're getting a half a pack of this In Color Designer Series paper. Plus, wait, there's more. You also get a blender pen because we're going to be using that on some of your cards. And you also get these In Color gems. So you get all of that, and that includes shipping for $35. It's a great deal. I think that you will love it, and that is exactly what I need right there. So I'll nab that out of there. You can add on, the stamps and punch if you desire. You can use a different stamp set if you would like, or if you're a demonstrator, you want to buy that on your own demonstrator number, and then just get all the class materials for mine. You do get a PDF tutorial with all the step-by-step instructions for that, so bear that in mind, and you can get just the tutorial for $12. Okay, let's see where we're going today. Like I said, we need to get Big Boss over here. We are going to use Big Boss, and I'm going to talk to you about an embossing folder that I think everybody should have, and I'll show you why. I'm going to be using the Magnolia 3D embossing folder. Now, we had, up until last year, well, for a couple of years, I guess, we had a beautiful Magnolia stamp and die set. And it was gorgeous. They retired it, and this was part of the suite, and they did not retire the 3D embossing folder. And you may wonder, well, why? Well, that's because in my estimation, this embossing folder stands on its own. It really does not need the other elements of the suite. You don't really need the stamps to go with it because you can put any stamps with this. So let me grab my platform over here. This was a hot product this morning. I'll tell you, we were doing a lot of die cutting this morning. I've got a big event coming up next Saturday, and we were pounding away on cutting and die cutting. So let me show you what happens when you run this through. I'm going to run it through first of all. Let's see. Well, let's see. I'm going to run it in you can run it in portrait or landscape. I'm going to run it in portrait, and what I mean by that is I've picked up a piece of the pearlized paper for a really subtle look. And you know that when you're doing this, you need to get it in where, and my sticker's kind of covering up the edge of that Magnolia. I want the edge of the Magnolia in there, and I want the very top edge as well. And then this is not going to make it all the way in, but that's okay. This is a really, really large image. Now I'm going to take, I do get mixed up on which die cutting thingies I need. Is this right? I think I only need this one. This is the 3D. And this is why I don't do this on camera, because I mess up. Okay, there we go. So you only need the 3D dynamic plate, and you don't need anything else. So you don't need you don't need either of your other clear plates, and you certainly don't need the thin die adapter. Now I have the situation here again where I'm not seeing any comments. So this is what happened last time. See if maybe everybody's just being quiet. That's fine. But I want to show you what this looks like when you run it through. It's really exquisite. And I'm going to put this aside for a minute because I'm going to run a few more in different colors and show you what kind of cool effects you can get. Now I ran this one through on portrait. Let me grab over here. I ran this one through on landscape, and on this one I added, hey Crystal, you're here, and Elizabeth's here. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, see there's more, and Marlene's here. There's more comments and they're not coming through for some reason. Well, unless I refresh my screen. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the, what do you call it? This is with the pearlized paper. I think I'm going to do one with all neutrals. This one, I don't know if you've done this with the pearlized paper before, but I did a whole class with this. And this is where I just took a sponge dauber and added a little bit of ink. Now, this paper, because it has this shimmer on it, you have to let it dry a little bit. But that's okay. It rewards you with all of that beautiful shine. So there's your landscape. There's your portrait. Now, but wait, there's more. So this is what it looks like. These are the papers that are in the, one of the papers that's in the mini catalog. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at it with that foil. Now, I need a little bit of input because I'm either going to back that with Calypso Coral or I'm going to back it with Petal Pink. So this is very soft and this is very bold, but they're both really lovely. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a punched happy birthday and I'm done. I mean, there is so much gorgeousness there. I really don't want to take away from what we've created. But I wanted to show you, I mean, I think you can do a lot with this. I think this embossing folder is $10. It does amazing things. So let me show you what it looks like. This is a set of 3 different foils in the, this is in the mini catalog that's retiring at the end of this month. This item's retiring. You get some of this color, you get some of this color, which I'm getting ready to run through. This is, they call this Blushing Bride, but it's a lot brighter. And I think they call this one Petal Pink, but it seems a lot brighter to me. And then also Sahara Sand. So let me show you what this looks like in this pink. It's really, really gorgeous. And then I haven't done this, so this is definitely trial by error on camera. I wanted to see how it would look with that shimmer vellum because it seems like it would be really, really gorgeous. And again, you can either do them, you know, portrait, or you can do them landscape. So I think just for variety's sake, I'll do the landscape this time. And it's a tight fit, but it's so, so pretty. And again, this is the Magnolia 3D folder. I believe it's $10. I mean, oh, I guess I need a platform underneath me. Really great deal for just a lot of, I think there's a lot of bang for your buck here. I also think that there's a lot of versatility here because, and I'm only showing it to you with specialty papers. Obviously you could run this through with cardstock and then you can add your ink colors, you can sponge it and do all kinds of fun things that way. But I just thought that for today, there's a lot of wow factor when you run it through. Look at that. When you run it through with the foil sheets. So let's try this. It seems like this will work. And of course, this is a 6, well, I say of course, duh. This is a 6x6 piece because that's the way I cut it, which is a bit large for a card, would be beautiful on a scrapbook page. So let's see, I keep doing this. Let's see how this looks with the shimmer vellum. I think it's gonna be stunning. So let's see. y'all can help me experiment. Let me move my Big Boss out of the way. Oh yes, wow. Okay, so here are my different ones that I've done, and we're going to talk about what color card bases we're going to use. You can see how they're all so different. And just with one embossing folder, one little old $10 embossing folder, there's a lot to love here. Now I could add, I did get out my champagne rhinestones. We might put one in the center of a flower or something, or maybe a couple. So let's see. Oh, I think Mary's here and Dolores is here, yay. I'm trying to get I'm refreshing to bring my comments up. Okay, Mary. So Kathy, your comments aren't refreshing either. You've had this problem since Saturday. Yeah, it's been a right pain. Hey, Twyla and Jeanette, yay. Good to see everybody. Okay, so this is called, I think Gail, what you're saying is this is called Petal Pink in the, look at that. Isn't that subtle, but so pretty? Okay, so I think that I think maybe, Gail, I think you're voting to put this one on the Petal Pink rather than the Calypso Coral. I thought that Calypso Coral was probably a bit strong. So I think if we do that, and then look at this one, I think that's actually Rococo Rose, which is retired, which is what they called it, but look at it on the new polished pink. I think it's stunning. So I'm gonna start adhering a little bit, and then we're gonna look at adding a little happy birthday greeting, and then we have stunning, elegant birthday cards in a flash. So again, this is how to use the 3D embossing folder. Magnolia is what it's called. Now, let's see. I think, I'm not sure. You know, this was kind of all in my head, and then I had to race up here from lunch and try to execute this so I could put on camera what was in my mind. Now, I'm hoping I can use this and it won't tear my paper, because this is, oh yeah, perfect. I thought I might need to use the tear and tape, which I love tear and tape. Yeah, it's not gonna come through. There we go. I love the tear and tape. However, it takes me a second to tear off the little backing, and you know, this girl is pretty impatient, so yeah. I don't like to take the time to do that. So this one is in landscape mode, and that is just that is the pearlized paper with just a little, you know, I'll show you. This is what I used right here. I just added my sponge dauber. Now you do want to let it dry, but that's all you have to do. Boom, and you have these gorgeous, gorgeous magnolias. And you know what's interesting about magnolias, I think they're grown in every continent, obviously except Antarctica. But I mean, on every continent where there's a major population. I believe these are grown in Asia. Here in the south of the United States, they're very common, and they're grown in Europe as well. Now, there are some different varieties of magnolia. These big magnolias are the ones that we're most familiar with. I'm going to bring you down a little bit so you can see better. Hopefully that will be a good thing. And let me refresh my comments again. Okay, now Marlene is liking the Calypso Coral with this one. So let's see. We got two different ways we could go here. Would actually look nice if we did if we did a layer. That would look cool too. So let me go ahead and do this, and then we'll see where we're going to go with some greetings. Isn't that just stunning? I think it's pretty amazing. Don't forget, if you wanted to get this and add it to your collection, you can use my BOGO host code and snag some retired merchandise for free. So let me tell you, while I was doing my BOGO at the weekend, I have uploaded some photos of things that are still for sale. And while I say they're for sale, they are ready to be claimed, and they are in albums. So I've done the albums. If you go to photos here on my Sweet Stamper page, if you go to photos, you will see albums that say Stamp and Die sets, Stamp and Punch sets, holidays. So I've got things pretty well, organized, I guess, for lack of a better word, sectioned off to where you can see in one area all the things that are available. So I think that is there to aim to help you. I thought this would be really understated elegance if we did one in all neutral with that card base like so. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get any ink for my greetings. Let me grab some ink. Let's see how we can get on with this. Now, I'm thinking it's going to work perfect here, but I might need a different color here. So I've just grabbed my early espresso, and what I'm using for greetings, I'm going to do birthday cards. Pansy Patch is so pretty. Not only do you have all these gorgeous pansies you can make, but look at these very delicate, very elegant greetings, and so that's what I snagged for happy birthday. And let's stack these over here so I don't get myself in too much trouble. Now somewhere I have a set of cardstock pieces for my stamping, and of course, can I find them? See, where did they go? Okay, I left them over here. Here we go. So you know what? Let's start with the plainest one first. We might add a few little jewels. So I'm going to do Happy Birthday on a piece of crumb cake cardstock. And I've just stamped in early espresso, and I'm going to use this small, I'm going to need to cut that a little bit. Let me grab some scissors. I don't know about you guys, but I always like to have a pair of long blade scissors for paper that I can just cut really fast when I need to cut a length of paper. The snips are great for getting small spaces, and they're really perfect for doing any kind of fussy cutting. But when you just need to whack some paper, yeah, I need something quick. So look at there. Just so elegant, so simple. I mean, you could move it around here, but I think it kind of begs because there is that blank space there. So let's do that, and then and if people are weighing in, I apologize. I'm not able to see comments. So I will come back and I'll refresh the screen in just a second and come back to comments. See if anybody has some different ideas for me. So let's just pop that up on dimensionals. I mean, this is the essence of a quick, easy, elegant birthday card that is so easy to put together. Now I'm thinking, let's see, shall I or shall I not put a few, what do we think about a few of these champagne rhinestones? Oh yes, I think we shall. I think we shall. So let's do there, and let's do there. So at the base of the flowers, and then let's maybe put a little one. Should we put a little one here? Oh, I think that's just... So what do we think, ladies? What do we think? You know, I love all neutrals. I think that you can't beat an all neutral palette for elegance. So I'm really, really happy with that. I'm going to turn off this overhead light because I think it's kind of bleaching everything out. Let's see. I think that might be better. So there is my... I don't think it's coming out in the camera. It is, this is that pearlized paper. It has just a soft shimmer all over. Okay, Jackie loves it, yay. Twyla likes it too. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to, let's go to the pink one next. So that is a Va Va Voom. There's a lot of shine there. You know. No, that totally covers it up. You know what, before we do that, let's go to this one because this one's already mounted. So let's go ahead and do the same kind of thing. So we'll have a portrait and a landscape with the, this is the pearlized paper. So let's do this one. And you know, with your photopolymer stamps, you always kind of hold for a couple of seconds before you lift. And that way you get a really good application of your ink. And let's center that. And boom. And I've even got my trash can here so I don't make too much of a mess. Now, where shall I put the happy birthday? Kind of right there, I'm thinking. Isn't that lovely? I like it a lot. I really do like that. So simple. So incredibly simple. And I will say, you know what would be fun? A gift. If you made about 4, 5, 6 of these in different colors and gave them to somebody, then they would be prepared for a number of birthdays over the next few months. Because I have the color there, I'm not sure that I need the rhinestones. Yeah, it's, how do you not love a rhinestone? It is, you know, it just adds that extra touch of elegance. So I think we will add a couple of rhinestones. So there is my landscape one, my landscape Magnolia card with a little bit of ink on the pearlized paper. There it is in the portrait mode with no ink added and all neutral. And you know, let me just put this behind there so you can see, because I think it's kind of blending in with my paper here. But I do think I really, really like that. So now let's see what happens when we do the super bright. So let's go with the pink one first. Oh, I've already put that down. Yay. So let me add a little greeting here. Now I was going to do a pink greeting, but man, that's a lot of pink there. Maybe we need to calm it down with a little bit of white. Let me grab some white. And, ooh. Or even, you know what might calm it down even more? We could use a little bit of white, or we could use vanilla. I do think vanilla has such an elegance to it. Let's see. No, I think this is such a, I think it's a real clear, cool white. So let's go pink. It's a cool pink. So let's go with that. And here's my ink again. And I'm anxious to see what y'all have to say about which are your favorites here. If you like that pearlized paper, or if you really like the Va Va Voom wowness of the foil sheets better. So pearlized or foil, tell me what your favorites are. And then what would be fun would be, but I don't have time today, would be to do another one with just like white or vanilla cardstock, and then just do some coloring on it. I think that needs a little something. I think it needs a little something. And I feel like I'm flying blind here because I don't have my design team helping me because the comments are not coming through. Yes, there we go. Because I think there's so much pink there, I do believe that having that extra layer behind there really helps. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these together. The shimmer vellum in pink, that would be gorgeous. So the one that I ran through is the pale papaya. So let's pop this on, and then let's see, people are liking this, yay. Oh, let me add a couple of, oh, I think I mounted that a little bit crooked. Yeah, there we go. Let's put a couple of dimensionals there. And then we're gonna do this guy here. Now while I'm putting this on, I need one more vote. We had a vote for Calypso and we had a vote for Petal Pink. And here's my embossed piece. So tell me which one I'm going to use. And we need a tiebreaker on the vote. Like I said, we have one of each so far. And we need a little bit more to bring that through. And I think that either way we can do, I think we're going to do a Petal Pink greeting either way. So let me go ahead and get that ready while everybody is weighing in, letting your voice be heard. It's what we like doing here at facebook.com/sweetstamper. It is Teach Me Tuesday, and we are learning how to use the Magnolia 3D embossing folder. Great buy in the catalog or online, whichever way you prefer to shop or end up shopping. Okay, Petal Pink is getting a lot of rave reviews here. Okay, so Petal Pink it is. And I think what we can do maybe is, and I may have misunderstood because people were weighing in on different things. What I think I'm going to do here is, well, let's not waste the cardstock. Let's do this. And then, you know, when you use these strips, then that's the way to get, really, it's the easiest way to use these punches, and you also don't waste your cardstock that way. And I think then let's try to double it up. Oh, let's use a scrap and not a card base. Let's try to double it up with that layer, and let's see what we can come up with. Okay, we're going to put this down. Again, I am using the Stamp and Seal Plus. I think that when you're using these foil sheets, you do need something a little bit extra sturdy. You could also use your tear and tape. I'm a little bit too impatient to use tear and tape most of the time, but it's a great adhesive. Definitely has its usefulness. Okay, now we have this, and we have this. Ooh, we might need that on. You know, I think we're going to need a little contrast there. It's a little too much Petal Pink, so let's go back to, you know what? Let's try. I think we need a little bit more contrast here. So let's try this and this. Oh, that's looking nice. I like that a lot. I think that's kind of the ticket. I think we needed that. I'm stamping in early espresso. I thought it would be a little bit more in keeping with this than the black because I'm using really warm colors. So now I'm ready to add some dimensionals. And that one is ready to go. Like that. So now we have done these. I have to trim down my piece that goes with the shimmer vellum. So let's see what we can do. These are the two on the foil sheets, and then I have the two over here that are done with the pearlized paper, I believe it's called. So that's, I mean, we made 4 cards, boom, just like that. This one I will say I had embossed this one off camera and added the ink to it. Other than that, I did everything while I was here. Well, maybe I did that one off camera, I can't remember. But really just to save time more than anything. Now this will kind of help. I think that's picking up a lot of light reflection. Let's see if that's a little better on your eyes. And tell me what you are really liking. And I'm going to trim down this piece of Pale Papaya Shimmer. Let's see if I do that, if that helps. Get it into camera a little better for you. Hola, Adriana, and Susan is here. I'm glad you're here late. We are showcasing the Magnolia 3D embossing folder. So we're learning how to use either in portrait or landscape. We have the pearlized paper and we have the foil sheets. And I think they're all looking pretty good. So let me just trim this shimmer vellum. And I think I'm going to just layer it onto the Calypso coral. Let's see. Well, let me trim it and then we'll decide. Okay, I'm just kind of grabbing card bases that are handy. So I'm going to move these out of your view for just a few minutes. Now here is this is the shimmer vellum that we ran through. Now this is Pale Papaya. I happened to have this petal pink card base sitting there. Looks pretty good on that. Actually looks really good on the crumb cake. And then look what happens when I put it on Calypso Coral, because then you get a little bit of contrast there. Now what I haven't brought out is Pale Papaya. Let me grab that. Don't have the Pale Papaya card bases already cut, but this is what it looks like on the Pale Papaya. So it's very much tone on tone, really subtle. So let me refresh again so I can see if people are weighing in, and if so, what you're thinking here. Okay, nobody's weighed in yet. So this is with the Pale Papaya. This is with the Calypso Coral. I really like that because I think I like the contrast there. And then here it is, not bad, with the crumb cake. And here again, you get a little bit of contrast with the petal pink. I'm going to grab some ribbon real quick while you're looking and deciding and telling me what you think is my best bet with this Pale Papaya Shimmer Vellum. Grabbing a little bit of ribbon while you're thinking. Let's see. I'll check one more time. And then I'm going to press on. Calypso Coral. Oh, lots of Calypso Coral. I thought so too. We're in great minds thinking alike. Okay, so Calypso Coral it is. Now, one of the really nice things I like about this shimmer vellum, working with it, is that you can put your adhesive back there and behind there and it doesn't show through. You know, when you're using just a regular vellum, it's really challenging to hide the adhesive. But on the shimmer vellum, you don't have that to worry about. I don't know if it's the thickness of it. I think it's the design. I think it's because of all that shimmer. It just hides the adhesive, which makes it really ultra easy to work with. And I know I personally love Ultra Easy. That is got my name on it when it's Ultra Easy. So let's make sure I'm going in the right direction. I did run this through on the portrait. So there we go. Oh, look at all that shine. That is a lot of shine on there. It's so pretty. I love it. Now, I could do this, and because it's already sitting over here, and then maybe I need a little piece of pale papaya in the center. I think that might look really pretty. Oh, that looks really good too. Well, let's try them both, and we'll see what we like the best and take it from there. Let me grab a piece. I've got a scrap over here of the pale papaya. That's perfectly, you know, that looks good, but I almost like this better. Somehow it looks better with that petal pink, I think. I think because when you put this, the shimmer vellum on there, behind the Calypso Coral, it's picking up a lot of that color, and I think it's making it look better when you bring in the petal pink, a little bit of pink, because that Calypso Coral has a little bit of pink to it. You might not think so. Okay, so we have made 5 gorgeous birthday cards in just moments. I mean, seriously, this is quick, easy, elegant. Yes, please. So we did use, this is, if you do not have this punch yet, you definitely want to put it on your shopping list and get it as soon as you can. So many greetings fit into it. And it just, I love the fact that you can use it with the, here I've used it without the little ruffled layer, and here I've used it with. So I do like having that, that option, and it can really dress things up. Let's see if that, do we need that? No. Let's go back here. That's better. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of color. But it is pretty. It's so pretty. I may just add a little bit of ribbon to 1 or 2 of these. Let's see. Some of them, I don't think they really need it. Some of them, maybe a little bit of ribbon might dress things up even more, as if we need more dressing up. But you know, sometimes you're gonna just go big or go home. It's sometimes less is more. Sometimes more is more. Now, I think, yeah, I stuck that on there a little bit crooked. Let's see if we can, yeah. See, that adhesive is still really fresh, and so it makes it easy to move. Once it's dried on there, yeah, good luck with that. So there we go, quick and easy. You know what I'm thinking might be just the ticket. Instead of ribbon, how about if we use some of this cool twine? What about this new twine I have? Seems like a little twine thread on the side there might, the twine thread, it's either twine or it's thread, but I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, this right here, it's like a thicker version of linen thread, if I can get it started. Haha, there we go. It's almost like it, I don't know, tell me what y'all think. I also have this, ooh, that's too much, that gold ribbon. There was something else I brought out here. Oh, here's the papaya. That's very pretty. But I think it just doesn't need it. And maybe I'm just fussing and don't need to, maybe I just need to leave it as is. Now, this is another option. If we want a little bit of contrast, yeah, I think it just doesn't need it. I think I need to leave it alone. Sometimes I keep messing with things and I need to leave well enough alone. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but yeah. So here we go. I will move this out of the way, all of these threads, and save that for another project. And we will go with less is more, simple, subtle elegance. So we have simple in the designs, but you know, honestly, these are, I used a lot of oranges today. And then there is our wild card pink in here. So tell me what your favorites are. Now that we made 5 cards. I've been on here for 45 minutes and I welcomed people, chit-chatted, talked about BOGO, and made 5 cards. Pretty quick and easy, pretty snazzy. I'm actually really happy with the way that came out, so that what was in my head came to life as I intended it to. Okay, so Susan, you did not like the petal pink in the center here. I think that's what you mean right here. Okay. You know, I'm going to try, just for kicks, I'm going to try a white one while people are weighing in and letting their voice be heard, because I do like to hear your voice. I think I'm going to do another, I need a basket over here. I didn't bring a basket. I've got so many things I've loaded up here and I need to collect them in one spot. What was I going to say? I wanted to try the white on that because I think that Susan has a point there about the petal pink. I think it's maybe just too much orange. There's so much orange there. I think it honestly might work best with vanilla. So I'm going to grab a vanilla scrap while you guys are thinking and telling me your opinions and weighing in. And I'm tidying up a little bit so that I can make heads or tails out of this space. Right mess. Well, part of it was then I knocked something over. Then I had everything on the floor. Okay, let me grab this and a piece of very vanilla, and let's just see where we go with that. We might have had some new people on here today, and I think there's a couple of folks who've not been here for Teach Me Tuesday before, but this is the way I do my Facebook Lives. I like to incorporate you guys. I feel like together we make a really cool design team. So I will purposely come here and have things that are, well, I usually design on camera. I usually have a little bit of an idea, but I don't typically make something in advance and then show you how to do it. I'm a little bit more organic in my designing, and so I like to come on camera and think out loud and talk through the way I'm doing something and take your opinions and factor them in as well. And that's just the way I like to design. Oh, I think that's so much better. Susan, thank you for speaking up, because I think that that is going to really make this shimmer vellum card just take it to completion so that everything is really harmonious. And I think that's the other thing I like personally with design work. I like it to be harmonious. I like everything to just kind of fit. Oh, that's just perfect. You see how that vanilla is almost, the pearl is not quite white and it's not quite vanilla. It's somewhere in between. It's what we used to call, when I was growing up, my mother sewed everything I wore. I mean, like even my winter coats. And there was a shade that we used to call eggshell. And that's what this reminds me of. Okay. So Gail, you like the shimmer white on the crumb cake. You know what? I think that's my favorite too. like I said, I'm a sucker for all neutral. It's so subtle. And again, I need to just put this underneath it so you can, I don't think it shows as well if you don't have something underneath it. These card bases all have enough color that they stand out against my wood grain background. Well, that is it for today. So the couple of things I think you need to put on your shopping list is this, I think it's called a dual oval punch. And this guy right here, Magnolia 3D embossing folder, quick and easy elegance that you could give anyone. I mean, I think that to me, this would go to anybody. It's classic elegance. This is more of like a modern, I would give this to my daughter-in-law, my daughter. This is more of a modern young woman because of the boldness of that pink. And I think this probably, again, maybe because of the shine, maybe I would give that to a younger person. These I would probably give to, you know, I'm a very proud senior citizen, and I think these are my favorites. So it's probably, I'm just thinking because I'm a senior citizen, I'm thinking probably this is more in keeping with people my age. And then this one, I honestly think would go for younger or older. And I just wonder on the, you know, let's just see. Yeah, there's something about just that couple of little rhinestones that really just kind of brings that, I think it kind of brings the flowers into a little bit more perspective, so that they're not just in the background, it brings them more into the foreground, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I think that is my last little touch, and it's been fun. So don't forget that if you are if you're looking to get some great deals, I still have some items in my BOGO, and they are in albums. And so you can stack up a number of things and then place an order for the same amount, and you get all my retired stash for free. Kathy, yeah, you didn't think you needed that embossing folder, and now it is on your need list. Yay, then I've succeeded. Because I do think, like I said, this was part of a suite, but I think it got lost in the shuffle. I did not see much done with this over the last 2 years when the Magnolia suite was very much alive. And I mean, initially when it was released, I think it was 2 years ago in the annual catalog, it had designer series paper, it had dies, it had stamps, and we loved them all. It was gorgeous suite. But this almost got lost in the shuffle. So now I think it's time to let it shine. And I think it shines best when it's on its own. So 1, 2, 3, 4, where's my 5th one? There we go, 5 cards done, boom, that's it. I am going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for being with me here today. This is Teach Me Tuesday, and this is my regular Facebook offering every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Central Time. Again, I will not be here Thursday. I will be playing grandma, and I'm so excited, so incredibly excited. The following Tuesday, so a week from today, I will be back, even though the kids will be here. My daughter-in-law's family lives in Adkins, so they will be going down there, and her sister's getting married next week, and then they'll be coming back up here for a few more days before they fly out next week, or the week after. So that is it for today. Again, thank you so much for being here. I would love it if you would share my video. It helps me tremendously, and it helps to just share the love and the joy of paper crafting. I mean, let's share the beauty that we have with our paper crafts. And that means you as well, not only sharing my video, but sending out those handmade cards and sending sunshine and sending joy and sending happy mail. There's a lot of hurting people out there, a lot of lonely people out there. And it's rough. I don't know that I've ever been, I can't remember in my lifetime, just the general atmosphere being so difficult, even with COVID restrictions lifting and things looking a little bit brighter in some of those areas. It still feels, I don't know, there's just a lot of tension in our world. and a lot of difficulty and a lot of pain. So let's do our part to shine the light of Jesus into our world, to shine and share love, and to do that with our handmade cards. Thanks again for being here. Take care, and God bless.